What's up, guys? Hey, Jerry Green here today. And in this episode, I want to talk to you about something a lot of you get leads in all the time and you don't know what to do with them. And these are leads that are related to your mobile homes. So I know a lot of you get that, where you get a mobile home lead that comes in, you don't know what to deal with, what to do with that. So some of you are already making money on these mobile homes. That's fine. But I just want to share with you a couple different things that I've learned over the years dealing with these. So, first of all, okay, lead comes in, it's a mobile home lead. Obviously, guys, it's still a, asset where, that basically you can control and you can still wholesale these. So there's nothing wrong with that. So first thing you want to look at is can you potentially wholesale this? Absolutely. The big thing you got to remember on this, the mobile homes are different because most mobile homes are in a position where they might be in an existing mobile home park, or they could be out on a lot by themselves or something like that. But a lot of times these mobile homes are not part of the land itself. They're just basically, if you look at it, they're really, you're not going after a deed, you're going after a title, just like it is for a vehicle, okay? You're actually going after the title. So what you can do is still control these, and you still can turn around and assign the contract over on these mobile homes to somebody else, another investor, or somebody wanting to live in it. And these are, the nice thing about it, obviously a lot of times they're a lot less value in regards to the numbers on things, so you find a lot more people that have the cash for these. Now, the other thing you're going to run into, though, is something that, this was been, I don't know how many years ago when I started looking at doing this, and I realized there was a lot of mobile homes that, leads we would get in existing mobile home parks, okay? So you would get these leads coming in an existing mobile home park. And you thought, what am I going to do with this? Well, I could potentially wholesale that. A lot of times what happens, guys, when these leads come in like this for a mobile home park, you're in a position where the mobile home park itself won't allow you to, one, rent them out if you buy them. And a lot of times they will look in a position where if you sell them, you could potentially have to move it. And, where somebody else comes in on things. A lot of them will allow you to keep it there on things like that, but they're a lot more particular about things because remember, you don't own the land. It's just sitting there on the land itself, and you're typically paying lot rents on that. So seller might have that deal that you're looking at acquiring. Well, you got to do some investigation. One, you want to make sure how far potentially could they be behind on lot rent. All these things need to be investigated on things. But what we kept running into was so many of them were in a position where even though we could turn around and sometimes maybe wholesale to somebody, what we found a lot of times is the individuals we wanted to wholesale it to, they said, well, I want to take it out and put it on a lot somewhere. It wasn't worth moving that. And then we thought, okay, could we rent them? Well, the parks a lot of times wouldn't let you to rent these units unless it was owned by them. So we thought about, okay, what else could we do? Well, another strategy besides wholesaling these units is think about this, and this is really a little powerful technique, is you have to check with the park first to get an approval. But basically, if you would turn around and buy that existing mobile home in that park, and then once you buy it, you turn around and then offer it back out to somebody, not as a rental, but you finance it for somebody. So here's the cool thing about it. So you no longer are in a position where you're renting these, and if you talk to the park owner or manager, you can, a lot of times they'll allow you to do this where you're not in a position where you're renting it, you're becoming a finance company. So what you're doing now is you're financing these mobile homes for these individuals. It's amazing how much money can be made on these. You buy a mobile home for $4,000, you go in and maybe put $1,500 into it, clean it up, or a couple $1,000, or whatever it is, okay? And you have $5,500 into it or something like that, and then you sell it to somebody for $9,000. And you sell it on financing. You get a small down payment, you get monthly payments coming in, and then what happens is you use private lenders' money to put into these mobile homes. Well, the cool thing about it is you'll find out that by doing it this way, you can charge a very high interest rate on these mobile homes, and it will turn around and pay those investors off that you have very quickly. And then what happens is you keep all the tail end payments on these notes that you create. And it's basically where a lot of people have dealt with, like land contracts, agreement to deed, contract to deed. Well, these are considered agreement to titles. So it's a whole different strategy. So what you're doing is really stepping and becoming a finance company, and you create massive cash flow streams from simply taking a deal that maybe you couldn't do because it was going to be left in this existing park and you couldn't rent it, to the point where you can become a finance company and now you can make money on it. So wholesaling those deals, acting as a finance company in existing parks, very powerful strategy. These are just a couple tips I wanted to share with you on some of the mobile home deals you would, that potential, that you might get into your pipeline. But a lot of you might be throwing those away. Some of you might be doing those deals. There's a lot of other ways you can make money on. Those are just two of the methods I wanted to share today. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video here today about dealing with the mobile home deals. And guys, if you would, just give me a like down here below, and also subscribe to my channel. And we'll talk to you all later.